Tony Dates is with us here in the John Mendola Show. We're talking Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack junior high cross country. A fantastic season that just culminated for you and your team. Talk a little bit about your excitement about this group.
Well, I'm really excited because we have a lot of kids that represent a lot of Wilkes-Barre area. We got kids from GAR, Myers, Bear Creek, and they all managed to work together and accomplish this magnificent feat for us. So I was really impressed with this group.
Let's talk about, dedication. That's always, a key in getting kids to believe in themselves. And not everybody grows up and says, hey, I want to go run 3 miles, or I want to get out and go on a long distance run. And, you kind of talk them into it a little bit.
No, absolutely. Well, one of the things I like to stress early on in the summer when we start practice in July is that I don't want you to be the best athlete on the course. I want you to be the best version of you, and that starts with the small things in the beginning. I do not start hitting them hard in July. We work on doing a quarter mile, 200 meters, whatever it is that you can accomplish. Once you're able to progress, and that's when I'll start pushing you just a little bit more. And me personally, I think that's where we differ from everyone else is we're not pushing wins and losses. We're pushing them to be a better student athlete and then a better athlete second. So the kids come, they know what to expect from me and how things work. And like I said, I can't stress enough how great these kids have been this season.
We all grow up a little differently. Let's describe a little bit some of the tough love, the hard times, growing up and kind of getting people to tell you, hey, you got to go do this, you got to go do that, and kind of buy in a little bit. It's not always easy for everybody.
No, it's definitely not easy. A lot of kids, when you tell them, hey, I want you to go from the couch to running 2 to 3 miles, they're just like, no. But we try to put a work ethic into it. I tell the kids when we're here, for that time period that you're here to work. And early on, it's like you said, they don't buy in. But once you start seeing success and that success builds up, and then they start, because as a coach, you have to prove yourself. It doesn't matter with what accomplishments you had in the past. They don't care because they weren't there to see it. But once they start seeing their improvements, when their times start going down and they get a little bit of medals around their neck, that's when they start to buy in.
Cross country is one of those sports where I think you can be a little nervous the whole practice because your eyes aren't physically on your people all the time. Correct. It doesn't matter if you're in Scranton or North Pocono or in Wilkes-Barre or Hazleton. There's courses, there's roads, there's around schools. It's like, okay, I got to put my trust in these kids. They got to go do it. And it gets a little nerve-wracking because you got to mention, safety is very important here, guys.
Oh, absolutely. I tell them when we walk the course, one of the things we do is we make sure we mentally and visually see the course and what we're doing, and we look out for certain obstacles that may come up along the route. And I tell them you have to have situational awareness. You have to know if only 2 people can go through this route, then we have to make sure that we're either in the front or behind. We don't want to get into a tussle with another runner for the safety of that runner and the safety of ourselves. So that's one of the points of emphasis we do go over early in our preseason conditioning is we want to verify the path that we're going through and making sure we're taking the proper steps to mitigate any of those accidents that could happen.
Let's talk a little bit about your personal path. And, some people go and they might go play, Division II football, or might go play Division III field hockey or Division I golf, and they have a straight path. Yes. What was your path like that kind of got you into coaching? Because, when you're younger, you say, hey, I definitely want to be a coach, or it kind of takes a bunch of twists and turns.
Well, I have to say, not once did I ever thought that I was going to be a coach. I joined the military. It was great, loved every aspect of it, and I came to find out when I joined the military, I looked back on my high school career. My high school career was football and track all the way through, and I realized a better me was actually being a part of a team, and that helped me stay out of trouble and stay off the streets. So what I wanted to do is I want to provide an opportunity. I want to be a mentor to those kids to make sure they understand and not end up in a situation that I was in where I didn't take my academics seriously. I like to think I was a good athlete, but those scholarship offers and the coaches coming to see you just wasn't happening because I didn't realize grades come first. So that's why one of the things I stress is the most important. You have to stay on top of your grades. And my kids know that. They know that's number one. Because if you can have all the talent in the world, but you can't show it, whether it's on the football field, track, or on the course, you can't show it if you're not eligible to be on there to display your talent.
You may not remember every student athlete you coached this fall, but give us a handful of people that these young student athletes that have worked hard and made the difference this year for the Wolfpack.
Well, I have to say the best one, it would have to be Chase. He's our boys and girls captain. Chase really gritted it out. He was dealing with a nagging injury throughout the season, and we tried different things, working with the trainer and everything. But I have to say, every time we did a workout, he didn't want to sit on the sidelines. I've been around athletes where they can have turf toe and they're just sitting there, oh, I'm out for 2 to 3 weeks, and they don't do anything. Chase really tried to push himself, and at the same time, when he was doing downtime and rehabbing, he was pushing his teammates. That's a leadership quality you don't see in a lot of student athletes.
Well, congratulations on a fantastic season. Great to catch up with you.
All right, appreciate it, sir.